Thank you. At December of 2017, the patient complained of general weakness in right leg and arm, tremor of hands and head, disorders and difficulties of speech, scanning speech, nausea, severe headache, and decreased memory and vision. During the hospitalization on neurological department, this patient, general condition of this patient was severe due to neurological symptoms such as tremor of hands and head, motor and sensory dysphasia, asymmetry of nasolabial folds, right-sided hemiparesis, nystagmus, and many other neurological symptoms, ataxia in the Romberg pose. Blood pressure was high, 170 to 90, and the preliminary diagnosis was made a stroke. But on examination, all groups of lymph nodes was enlarged. In CBC, anemia, leukopenia, and thrombocytopenia was detected. HIV RNA by polymerase chain reaction in blood was detected. The amount of CD4 T lymphocytes was very low, 47 cells per microliter. The ELISA test showed positive antibodies, very high level of antibodies IgG to Toxoplasma gondii. MRI of the brain, we can see in this picture multiple zones of pathological intensivity in both cerebral hemispheres, surrounded by perifocal edema. And from anamnesis of life, it is known that more than 10 years ago, she had unprotected sexual contact. That's why the final diagnosis, HIV infection, fourth clinical stage, cerebral toxoplasmosis. The therapy of this patient was prescribed clindamycin 600 milligram 4 times daily, and trimethoprim sulfamethoxazole 960 milligram 3 times per day. Against 45 days of treatment, this patient noted the positive dynamic, for example, improvement of general condition, disappeared severe headache, and of course we can see a regressed phenomena of hemiparesis, improved memory and vision. And during the MRI, we can see positive dynamic. That's why during same clinical symptoms and high percentage of late diagnosis of HIV in Ukraine, of course, for elder patient, we should perform differential diagnosis between neurological diseases and toxoplasmosis and on the background of HIV infection. And conclusion, considering the fact that combination of toxoplasmosis in HIV positive elderly patient is not frequent pathology in doctor practice. In my opinion, all doctors should remember and be able to distinguish this pathology from these other neurological diseases and to prevent development of severe complication. Thank you very much for your attention.